They used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. Today we got another physical media review. Today we're going to be talking about Joker Folie Deux or Joker 2. I'm just going to call it Joker 2 because I don't speak French and I probably mispronounced Folie Deux. So Joker 2 is just easier. This movie came out earlier this year. It's now available on 4K disc. And this is one of the great underrated films of the year. This movie is a very good companion piece to the original, picks up kind of where the original story leaves off, takes the next logical steps, really moves the story forward, and offers a lot more backstory on the character of Arthur Fleck that really kind of improves the first film. This film also takes some brave maneuvers in that it tries to be different. It's a musical, and that's one of the areas where it does fall a little bit short, because as a musical, I do wish it had gone more bold with the musical numbers than it actually does. The musical numbers are a little quieter than I'd like. There's no really good belt out of tune production numbers. There's like one. That's the one area where this falls short. As a musical, especially when you have a musical talent like Lady Gaga, I'm not a huge fan of her style of music. I'm not much of a like pop kind of guy. My tastes are more in the punk rock arena, but there's no question she can sing. And it seems like they're kind of underperforming a lot of these songs, a little quieter, a little wispier, a little more like a whisper. And I wish they would do some more full out production numbers. That's the one area where I think this fails. But otherwise, if you like the first Joker, I think you will really enjoy Joker 2 because it's a logical extension of Joker 2 or Joker 1. This movie got really, really lambasted by the internet when it came out. And I pointed out something in my earlier videos. And what I pointed out really is true. If you look at the numbers spell it out. Most of the people that were complaining about this movie clearly didn't see the movie. That's just obvious because the movie did so bad at the box office and so many people were trashing it that the numbers just don't add up. To have this large of an amount of people trashing a movie that did so little business, clearly they couldn't have seen it. It's just, it doesn't measure. It's like the scale. If you put one on one side, one on the other, it doesn't even out. Now, when I said that before, I had a couple comments of people saying like, you can't say that. I saw the movie and I didn't like it. Okay, that may be so, but that doesn't change what I said. I'm not saying that every single person who saw it liked it and that every single person who said they didn't like it didn't see it. I'm just saying statistically, if the box office numbers were that bad and there were that many loud people on social media complaining, the two don't add up. Most of them clearly did not see the movie. That's just logic. So I'm going to advise that people check this movie out for themselves and don't just go on what you heard on social media because most of those people probably did not see the film. I will say that this disc, this 4K disc, was done with a lot of care. This is a really good disc because it's got some really good special features on it. First of all, we got a slip sleeve here. And if you look here, there are some special features on here, including a 4-part documentary called Everything Must Go on the making of the film. That 4-part documentary is very, very good. We have a feature called The Character of Music, and that is, they talk about the songs chosen for the musical portion in that, and they also talk to the composer, whose name I'm probably going to mispronounce. The woman who did the music for both the original and the second Joker is named Hildur. This last name's tough. Hildur Gunadottir. I'm sorry, Hildur. I'm sure I mispronounced your name. I know I did. But they talked to her about how she had to combine her musical styles with the songs chosen for the film. The musical portion, the songs that were sung, and very, very interesting. Like, this is a loaded disc. You got a lot of special features on this disc. You don't see that with a lot of discs anymore. All you get is one disc, the 4K disc, and you get a digital code. There is no Blu-ray, as Warner Brothers has been doing recently. But there you have it. Joker 2, now on 4K. Looks great. Sounds great. Picture quality is excellent. The special features, you don't get this many special features on a lot of discs anymore. If you like the first Joker, I think you owe it to yourself to check out the second one. It's a really great companion piece. I know this movie has been very unfairly maligned, but this is a film that is definitely, I think, worth the time of anyone who appreciated the first film. I'll tell you something. A lot of people, film is subjective. So if you don't like this, that's fine. You're free not to like it. Film is subjective. But there are some things that have been said about this film that are very unfair and blatantly untrue. One of those things is that the director, Todd Phillips, made this film as an FU to the fans. This is his way of saying FU. That is patently wrong. And if you watch the 4-part documentary, you can see the great love and care that was put into this film. Todd Phillips was making a film he was passionate about. And that's never a bad thing. You may not like the finished product, but art is subjective. But we don't need to drag the man's name through the mud and say he was just trying to say F you to the fans. No, he wasn't. He made a pretty special film here that he's proud of, and I think he should be proud of. And I think this is a film that is ripe for rediscovery. I don't think it didn't do so well at the box office, but I think more and more people are starting to see it because it's now streaming on Max, and this disc is out, and you can watch it VOD. So people are going to see this movie now. And I think you're going to see in the next 10 years or so, opinions change. This is a movie that's going to be reevaluated. But I want to thank Warner Brothers for sending me this review copy. I really like this movie. And it's not as good as the first one, but I think it makes the first one better. It's a great companion piece. Sort of like Creed 2. I always was very critical of the film Rocky 4. I thought the film Rocky 4 was before Rocky 4 felt more like a music video to me than an actual movie. It's just a lot of montages. There's not a lot of substance to Rocky 4, but then Creed 2 came out. And when we found out what happened to Ivan Drago after the events of Rocky 4, I felt retroactively Rocky 4 was a better film after having seen Creed 2. It's kind of how I feel about Joker 2. Joker 2 makes Joker 1 better. And they're a great, we would say trilogy for 3 films. They're a great duology. Is that a word? I don't know. I'm going to make it a word. They're a great duology. Check this out. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thank you to Warner Brothers for sending me this review copy. And everybody, keep wearing those pajamas and have a great 2025.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open it, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.